So my name is Mehram Sumray-Roots. I'm the co-founder and product director of Yada Events. Yada Events is an app and platform which basically allows event organisers to do everything that they need for their events. So everything from the ticketing to the social sharing to collecting the data afterwards. We created this platform because we noticed there's a real gap in the market for event professionals with regard to event tech, especially something that covered all solutions rather than just point-to-point solutions. And we noticed that it's really important for them to save time and money because a lot of event tech out there is very expensive. So we've created something that's self-service, which means it's low cost, and it also saves you money and time because everything is in one place and you can use it for absolutely everything. Backstory of Yada, the inspiration came from a wedding where there were Kodak cameras on every table, but people weren't really using them, or if they were sort of being thrown around and left, and by the end of the event all of them were pretty much left behind, and it was a waste of the memories and the money, and most people were using their smartphone cameras anyway. So we thought, well, why not take the concept of the Kodak cameras, which was basically to capture everybody's perspective rather than just have the professional photos, and put it into an app which people could use, and then the idea sort of just went from there, and we've taken it through sort of being a social party app for small events all the way through to large conferences, and we've added a lot more features and functionality to improve it, so things like polling, voting, data capture, all that sort of stuff is coming up in the new release. Oh, what is it about events that I love? I love events because obviously they're always really fun. It's a great way to meet people. I'm a bit of an organisation freak as well, so I really enjoy the organising side of it. It's really rewarding when you host an event and everything goes really well and seamlessly. I mean, that doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it's a good thing. And I just love the fact that they're an opportunity to meet so many different people from different backgrounds and different careers and everything. And I've met a lot of good people. We've built a lot of good partners through various different events, either ones that we've hosted or ones that we've attended. So I definitely think events are the future for marketing and networking. Top tips for event planning: plan in advance. Try and do it in as much in advance as possible because things can always happen last minute. Venues could pull out or speakers could pull out, so as long as you have enough time to realise exactly what's happening and have backups, then I think that's definitely my top tip. I also think that if you have enough time, you can save yourself a lot of money because doing things last minute tends to be a lot more costly as well. So if you're a startup and you're thinking about planning a launch party or something like that, I would start a lot further forward than you would normally think you would have to. And also surround yourself with a good team as well. There's lots of people out there that want to help people, so you don't need to go to massive corporations and huge companies that will rip you off for a huge fee. And I think there's a lot of people within the startup environment or just in the business environment in general, especially here in London, that are willing to just help you out and give you advice and something else. So yeah, I think my 3 tips would be: plan in advance, always have backups, and surround yourself with good people that can help you out. I think tech is really on the rise. I think a lot of companies have kind of ignored it up until now, or they've been using it and it hasn't really worked well, so they kind of thought, oh, okay, we don't really need it. But there's a lot of good stuff coming out to look out for, and I think that a lot of events will be trying to compete with each other by using as much technology as they can, because that's one way to really make yourself stand out and make your whole event slick and pull it together. And I mean, a lot of tech out there now, it doesn't mean that by using it people are not going to feel connected. If anything, people feel more connected. So I don't think you should worry about the fact of people being on their phones or not listening to the speaker, because if you try and restrict that sort of thing, people are going to do it anyway. I mean, every talk you go to these days, people are on Twitter tweeting about what they're hearing, so you may as well just embrace that fact rather than trying to shun it and thinking they won't bring people together. We've got quite a few exciting things coming up. We're relaunching our app with a whole lot of new features, functionality. It's a lot slicker, it's a lot more together, and it's going to just be going on step by step from the release onwards. We're going to be adding stuff all the time, and then we've got a huge thing which is Web Summit, which is coming up, which is really exciting for us because we've been to Collision in the past, which is one of its sister events in New Orleans, but this is sort of the big dog of the tech world, so to be able to exhibit there and be a part of that is a huge bonus for us. The big vision for the future of Yada is obviously to have the name become so common in the event tech world and the event world that everybody uses it, because it's got so many features. You could use it for something as small as ticketing, or you could use the whole host of features that are available. So it really is ideal for anybody that's planning any size event. You know, it's going to be free for events with under 30 people as well, so it's not something that's stupidly expensive. And I think, you know, the more people we talk to and the more things we integrate, people love the idea of it. So it's just a matter of really getting it out there and getting people used to using the app. And if we can sort of take it nation and worldwide in a few years' time, that would be great, because we are planning to take it from, you know, social parties, conferences, hopefully arenas in future. So it's just a case of having the exact same concept but building on it depending on the scale and what people need to run their event. So yeah, I think, you know, world domination, that's the next step.